All right, it's time to go over my top 10 wide receivers here in week 15. We are wasting no time getting straight into the video. At number 10, I'm going to go Drake London. Now, I know a lot of people, you probably can interchange Drake London and Darnell Mooney at this time because Darnell Mooney's having a lot of good games himself. Just I look at last week. But Drake London is still the number one wide receiver for this offense. I think this is the week that he gets things going. They are taking on a Raiders defense ranks 15th against opposing wide receivers. And I think they're going to be leaning on him to provide some solid fantasy output this week. Last week, they had a tough loss against a Vikings team, Kirk Cousins' old team. I think they have to get off the snide. Going against a Raiders team, let's just face it, is not very good. Right, so I think that they are going to really lean on people like Bijan Robinson and Drake London to get the job done. Drake London, he just needs a little bit more. Needs to get a little bit more pep in his step and just get the job done. I think that they can do it. Drake London, I think, is going to rock out. So Drake London easily number 10 for me. I think that going into your fantasy football playoffs, starting a risky, I would say a risky play at this point, like a Drake London in your lineup could pay some big dividends for you. I think because Mooney had that large game last week, they're going to really try to focus on getting Drake London the football. Get the guy into your lineups. I think that is a great matchup here in week 15. Move right along here at number 9. I'm going to say Courtland Sutton, right? Let's just give this guy, you got to give him the accolades right now, right? He's doing really well right now. He's pairing up quite well with Bo Nix. I think they have a nice little chemistry going on, and I think Sutton is he's just benefiting from Bo Nix maturing and becoming one with Sean Payton's offense, right? This week they are taking on a Colts defense ranked 17th against opposing wide receivers. He's been a breath of fresh air really for Bo Nix, right? I mean, Nick started slow. You got to call a spade at this point. He really started slow, but as he started having the NFL defenses and everything kind of slow down, the game slowing down around him, he's able to go through his reads and really try to throw the football. Courtland Sutton is a good wide receiver, and I'm glad the Broncos actually kept him. I know they traded away Jerry Jeudy, but I think Courtland Sutton is a big benefactor of being the only really wide receiver for Bo Nix to really throw the football to right now. And I just think that the Courtland Sutton belongs in the top 10. Going into your playoffs, get the guy into your lineup. I think you'll be happy that you did. Courtland Sutton, a phenomenal play here in week 15. Going here to number 8, might surprise some people, but I'm going to say Puka Nacua, and I know he's probably a little low on people's on my rankings because people has him a lot higher right now. But I'm just saying, pump your brakes, hold your horses. There's a lot of better wide receivers, I believe, this week than Puka Nacua, right? This guy, he's got a decent matchup. That I would say is tough. Right, just because his name is Puka Nacua don't mean you need to put him up there in the top 5 wide receivers. Guys, I try to give you, in my analysis and in my brain, what my rankings should be, not based off of somebody else's rankings. There's no copy pasta rankings at the Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network. But Puka Nacua this week, they are taking on a 49ers defense, right? They rank 9th against opposing wide receivers, and it should be a very competitive game. Here's the thing that I think the 49ers are going to come out with some blood on their hands, right? They're ready to scrap and rock and roll, and they don't want to lose to the Rams team. Yes, they have a good offense. Matthew Stafford, throwing with Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua out there. I just think it's going to be a little bit more of a tougher matchup. I think, hey, you need to just, temper your expectations a little bit when it comes to Puka Nacua this week. Again, he's in my top 10 rankings. I think he's a great wide receiver. Coming here at number 8 is not shabby. I just had to drop him down a couple pegs. I think this is a matchup that he may struggle in just a little bit, but I do like Puka Nacua here in week 15. We're right along here at number 7. We're going Terry McLaurin, right? He's really built a nice rapport with Jaden Daniels, right? I think that he's the explosive guy on this offense, which you really wouldn't think about for Terry McLaurin, more of a possession type of receiver. But no, he's been having some big plays. This week they're taking on a Saints defense ranked 26th against opposing wide receivers. Seen a ton of big plays from Terry McLaurin, right? And this secondary right now is beat up. There's not a lot of people in this secondary that can keep up with Terry McLaurin. He could have a crazy big game for you. I think you'd be happy that you did. I think that overall, I think you're going to get really, really nice, juicy plays from Terry McLaurin against the Saints' vulnerable secondary, right? Put Terry McLaurin in your lineup. Easily number 7 for me. I had to put him above Puka Nacua. I just think he has a better game than Puka this week. It is what it is. Move right along here at number 6. We're going Tyreek Hill, right? I hate having Tyreek Hill so low. I'm used to having him like number 1 or number 2. But this season, totally different, right? Tua Tagovailoa is still taking up some time to get back from his concussions. We're starting to see some good stuff. I think Tyreek Hill starting to get some of these receptions, but we're ready to see the bombs that we know Tyreek Hill can catch. This week, they are taking on a Texas defense ranked 29th against opposing wide receivers. Can anyone on this defense slow down Tyreek Hill? That is the biggest question, right? They're not good against wide receivers. If Tua could just put the ball in the air, I think Tyreek Hill can have an explosive game this week. I like his odds to having a very, very dominant week. I think Tyreek Hill scores a lot of points. I think he scores a lot of fantasy football points, and he could possibly lead your team to an advancement into the playoffs, the fantasy football playoffs this week. Get the guy into your lineup. So, move right along here. We're going at number 5. We're going to AJ Brown, right? Kind of displayed, I wouldn't even really say his disgust, but displaying his concerns with Jalen Hurts and his throwing ability as of late. I think AJ Brown, because he came outspoken, you're going to see AJ Brown put up some points this week. I can already see it. Even though they're going against a really good defense. This week they're taking on the Steelers defense. They rank 6th against opposing wide receivers. He's going to need to come up big for this offense, right? If they want to have any type of chance of winning this football game. The Steelers, they're a good football team. The defense, absolutely phenomenal. The offense can put up points. Even without George Pickens, they can still put up points. So I think that, look, the Eagles need to come together and be like, okay, this is the game we need to win. We need to show we are a top echelon team. We are a Super Bowl contender. This is the type of games you have to win. AJ Brown could be a big reason why they do that here in week 15. Get AJ Brown into your lineup and if you just feel confident if you have him. Don't look at the matchup. Just feel confident you got AJ Brown. They should be able to force feed him the ball quite a bit. We're right here at number 4. We're going Amon-Ra St. Brown, another one of these wide receivers. Has a really high floor. You know, he hasn't had a bunch of boom games, right? But he's a PPR type of guy. He gets you enough points to get you by, and then when he does end up getting into the end zone, he has you a nice stud worthy of a game. This week they are taking on the Bills defense, ranks 12th against opposing wide receivers. I would say it's a big matchup this week. I think that they need to get this win, right? And again, I think I was mentioning this before, whether it was in the running backs or in the quarterback videos that we had seen yesterday. But I think overall, the Lions are going to need to win this football game. How are they going to win this football game? A lot of Jahmyr Gibbs, a lot of Sam Laporta, and a lot of Amon-Ra St. Brown, right? They need some of that. I mean, maybe some deep shots to Jameson Williams, but they need to get their stars involved. And Amon-Ra St. Brown's like, look, this is a big game for us. You need to get me the football. And that could help out a lot, especially in fantasy football. So have some confidence if you have Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think he gets the job done this week against the Bills defense that he can just get it done. He can get it done. They're a good enough team to beat the Bills, even though the Bills are really hot right now. So get Amon-Ra St. Brown into your lineup. Come here at number 3, we're going Nico Collins, right? Nico Collins, phenomenal wide receiver. Got a nice rapport with CJ Stroud. Now, CJ Stroud is not as good as he was last year as a rookie, but he's having some growing pains, some of those sophomore pains right now, right? So overall, not a bad quarterback, but this week they are taking on a Dolphins defense right now, and they do rank 4th against opposing wide receivers. Highly competitive game. We're going to need Nico Collins to step up, right? Very good against opposing wide receivers. So they need Nico Collins. If they want to make this any kind of close game, which I do think it will be a close game. I think it'll be a shootout both sides. I think Nico Collins is going to break free and score some points. That's what I want to see. He needs to step up big for this offense. And I think he'll do that. Get Nico Collins into your lineup here in week 15. I think he could help you definitely in your fantasy football playoffs this week. We were along here at number 2. We're going Jamar Chase, and boy, did he have a blow-up game last week. Jamar Chase can do this any given week. Let's just be honest. You call a spade at this point. He is connected with Joe Burrow quite a bit. They're phenomenal teammates from LSU all the way now to the Bengals. They are showing the NFL, look, we belong together. We're going to be together. Let's rock and roll. Right, this week they are taking on a Titans defense. They rank 2nd against opposing wide receivers, but he can explode, right, any given week. And you can't just say, oh, it's a 2nd best wide receiver. Let's just drop him down on his rankings. No, Jamar Chase can be matchup proof too. He's fast. He has good hands. He's got good route running ability. I think Jamar Chase can get the job done. Don't be afraid because you see the secondary and how good they are against the wide receiver position. Jamar Chase is a different animal, right? Put the guy into your lineup. Feel confident you have him. I think it'll be good. So, coming in at number 1. Got to be Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, we got to call a spade at this point. The dude is great. I don't care who his quarterback is. It could be Kirk Cousins. It could be Sam Darnold. It could be your grandma. It don't matter. He's going to get the job done. You give him targets. You get the ball anywhere in his vicinity. He's probably going to come down with the football. And he's proven that time and time again. He is the alpha dog on that field every given week. This week, they are taking on a Bears defense. They do rank 3rd against opposing wide receivers. Like I said, he's an alpha dog on the field every week. I don't care what defense he's going against. Bears defense, Steelers defense, doesn't matter. Justin Jefferson matchup proof. You don't need any analytics to say you need to put Justin Jefferson into your lineup. He crushes. He crushes more times than not. He's going to crush for your fantasy football team. Get the guy in your lineup. He's your number 1 wide receiver. He's my number 1 wide receiver for week 15. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We're pumping out so many videos right now. We're helping you get through your fantasy football playoffs. We want you to win a championship, and we're already starting to put out these videos for the rookies in 2025, getting you ready for next season. This channel, we go year-round. There is no season for the Bayou Bingo Fantasy Network. We are a year-round, 12 months a year channel. Hit the subscribe button. Help yourself best prepare yourself. While these other people are sitting on the couch, not worried about fantasy football, we're giving you information every single week, every single month. That's what you get out of this channel. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Is there anybody in my top 10 rankings that you didn't see that should be in the top 10? Do I have any players ranked too high? Do I have any players ranked too low? Let me know in the comments below what you think, and what we can have just conversation back and forth. I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.